The garden had become my happy place, and unfortunately, throughout the summer months when life just got very busy, I wasn't able to come and tend to it quite like I wanted to. There was some overgrowth that was happening, but it was so entangled, you know, some of the new growth, the things that were blooming, and some of that which was dead. So I decided I'd wait till more things died off to clear it out, as you can see here. But amidst all of the things that were dying, I also found a few things growing. Here is a watermelon plant, must have been a volunteer watermelon plant, that is starting to come up in the beds where we had our watermelons. You can see a lot of stuff had already been ripped out, but I have some more to go. Over here is a flower bed for my cut flower garden. The rains had really made some of the plants, as you can see here, get moved over to the side and pushed down and whatnot, and then other ones just died away. But I was also very surprised to find this. Zinnias growing where I did not plant them. How the zinnia seeds got over here, I don't know, but it's a sweet little surprise in what was where our sunflowers were, to find these zinnias still bursting forth even though it's, you know, beginning of October. And again, while much is dying right now or overgrown, I've been amazed to find bell peppers still growing into October, and cucumber plants that also volunteered. I know it has to do with the warm weather that is probably quite a bit warmer than we'd expect in October, but I'm amazed to see that life is still growing at a time when I definitely thought we would be past any hope of it continuing. All right, we are gonna plant a couple things. I have some Swiss chard. You know, I have a couple pea seeds, and I figured, you know what, the weather's really nice, why not try and plant them? And then I have a couple radishes and a couple beets. The weather has been so warm, like, I gotta do it. So I'm gonna try this out, see how it goes. I had cauliflower and other seeds and I've misplaced them, so I gotta find those, but I'm at least gonna get these ones in. I did place an order with Baker Seeds, or Baker Creek, blanking on the name right now, and ordered some seeds from them, but I don't know when it's gonna come. I'm just trying to take advantage of the weather as it is right now, see what I can make happen. All right, it's been a few weeks. We are full on in October. It's actually, let me fix this. It's actually October 21st today. So we are a couple weeks later than my last video. The trees are continuing to shift and change as the seasons do. Let me scoot past here. And our garden's changed a little bit, but one of the great things that has happened is we have grown some very large sweet potatoes.
Oh my goodness. It's a big dog.
So one of my favorite parts about growing sweet potatoes has been the surprise at how large some of them are. So the ones that I just showed, Brandon had picked those. He had harvested those a couple weeks ago. But just the other day, we had gotten one that was as big as my face, literally. So that was pretty crazy. We made that one, whenever it was, 2 nights ago. We chopped it up, and I mean, there was at least 3 or 4 sweet potatoes worth in that one. It was so large, but it was fun. It was fun to see that. And you know, we have so many more. We got our bucket full right here of sweet potatoes, and it's been a joy. It's been a joy to grow, especially after it was so discouraging, some of the things that I clearly failed at, you know, and not protecting my cucumbers from the squash bugs or the tomatoes, because the assassin bugs and the squash bugs just took over. So there are things like that, but then at the same time we have zinnias growing when I didn't anticipate them to be, and still growing. When I first showed them, that was a week or two ago, but they're still going strong. So it's an encouragement, and I am excited to keep learning. I've talked a lot about Philo. The purpose of our property is to use it to serve other people. It's a place for our family, but it's a place to be shared with others as well. And we've been doing a 12 events in 12 months challenge for ourselves. We've challenged ourselves, and the whole goal though is to make sure that we are opening the space up to groups that don't necessarily, I'm saying groups because I've been working with a lot of organizations, but mainly wanting to get people who don't have access to properties with lots of space and ponds where you can go on, you know, the water, or, you know, seeing chickens and goats and things like that. We know that there is such a beautiful, calming, peaceful environment that we have out here, and so we want to be able to use that to serve other people. And part of why we're growing our garden is so that we could grow food that we could also use to serve those groups. We are growing it for our family, yes, but we're growing it to share it, just like our home, right? Our homes, I firmly believe that they are meant for us, and they're meant to be shared. That it can't only be about my family, it has to be about others that we are both welcoming in, and then, you know, as well as going out. And you know, that to me is a whole thing of why I do interior design and hospitality from that lens, and why we bought this property. So we on Friday get to have a group that all day long, and it's women from an organization that serves women coming out of sex trafficking and other things like that. And so I'm just so excited. We've gotten to partner with them several times, and it's just an honor to have built such a relationship with the organization. And so I am really excited to have them here. I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to make something with these sweet potatoes, make something special using the food from our garden. But I'm really thankful for the opportunity to be able to have this space and use it for other people. And we're gonna go walk over to see the chickens. Here are the girls. I'm not gonna go in right now, but you can see them. Oh, where are you? Let me move this over. Where are you, chickens? There you go. Now, one of the things that I am really glad, I'm really glad we did sweet potatoes. Again, it's my first time doing them, first time doing everything. And what we chose to do is actually put rebar in. So let me fix this. So what we did was we actually went through and just pounded in rebar in different parts of where we were gonna plant, and then put the potato slips in there. The rebar was, the diameter of it was just a perfect size to then slip the slips in there. I wanna say we took it down, I don't know, a foot, maybe a little bit farther. But what I ended up doing was, yeah, just going through, knocking rebar in all around, slipping the slips in there, and it was great. I mean, that's the method I'm just gonna keep using from now on, because it worked out really well and made it a lot easier to just put them out and spacing them out well. I maybe could have done a little bit better job spacing wise, but we're getting a lot, and I'm thankful for it, so I'll just go with that. But yeah, it was definitely, I mean, they have been well worth it. They grew really well. Can't be not too mad about it. So we do need to do an update video on our irrigation system. We put in a drip line system, and there were two options. We went with one that was a little bit easier to maneuver, because we knew that we were pretty confident in the layout of our garden, but we knew we might change it, which we actually are going to. I'll share more about that in future videos. Oh, hey, you're looking at me, you want something from me. But here they are. But anyway, I'll need to do an update about that and actually show a video of just kind of what our experience was after going through spring and summer. So that will come, but for now, I'm just gonna let the girls send us out. And I am, as always, so thankful to have gotten to hang out with you for a little bit. Thanks for being in the garden with me, watching the process. I would love to hear how you're doing, what's happening in your garden, what are you up to as we are heading into fall. I mean, shucks, like we're not that far from November. So I would love to know, what are you doing as you are working in your garden? I'm definitely hoping to do another video much sooner than the last. There was a lot more of a break in between, but I'm really looking forward to getting back into regular videos and just sharing the process of making phyllo. Because of the sensitivity around the different groups that we serve. Some groups, you know, you can't share their photos or anything like picture faces and all things like that. So I can't really ever video that, and I don't don't want to, you know, of course, infringe on people's privacy. But just know that your encouragement is such a joy and delight, and it feeds into more than just my gardening, but it encourages me as we just continue on our journey of wanting to use what we have in this space that we have to serve and care for other people. And, you know, that's a mission that's very dear to our hearts anyway, but it's been really cool to learn from different people in this community about different ways to garden and grow in our gardening, and how, knowing that as we do so, I not only get to serve my family, like Brandon and I get to work together to provide for our family, but we also get to provide for people outside of our family that are in our community, and it's just been such a gift to do. So thank you for your encouragement. Yeah, it's so nice to have this sweet little community on here. So bless you, my friends. Remember, you're not more important than anyone else, but you're certainly not less important than anyone else either. Don't forget that. Walk in the belovedness that you have, and be confident in that, and just know that you don't have to be approved by anyone but the Lord. He is the one who loves you and gives you your purpose and your worth and your value, and that can't be taken away. So thanks for hanging out. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, morning, whatever it is, whenever you watch this. Bless you. Until next time.